with his idea of a dialogical telematics. You can see the other, and this is the possibility to approach God. Of course, at the end of his life, Flusser was witnessing the real thing, the internet already. He died in 91, and he was very, very much disappointed from this kind of reality, but basically this utopian thinking is still, I think, very, very valuable. The British filmmaker Chris Pettit, some of you might know him, who became internationally famous with his road movie Radio On, has masterfully staged the new mood in another road movie 30 years later. The film's called Content. This film is also driven by the notion that camera and automobile are two devices that originate from the same dispositive context. Petit's young characters move in front of the camera, which in Content is a simulated webcam, like in a strange hall of mirrors where they perpetually encounter different people who all want to snatch their image. They style themselves for total visibility while at the same time trying to hide within it. Under the brims of hats, look at the fashion at the moment with the young kids, behind cascades of their hair falling over their eyes, behind outsized sunglasses by turning their heads to present their faces in semi-profile. Let's look at 2 minutes.
But for all the excitement of the internet, for which read online gambling, conspiracy theories, and internet porn, most of it remains as flat as the plains of the American West, blighted by tumbleweed and inhabited by the redundant, the forlorn, and the unvisited in search of belonging.
Just once, for one day in my life, I would like to feel that I and everyone speaking to me were talking total sense.
I would like to be able to talk freely. I want a life unconditioned by resentment, not always on the verge of aggression. I would like to fall in love before it's too late. Don't care who with.
I would like a feeling of assignation to life, not sitting here calculating how many fucks I've got left. The middle ground is hardly there anymore.
Not to count how many fucks I have left. This search for a different kind of subjectivity is something which I'm extremely interested at the moment, and I'm extremely grateful that I can work with young people from morning till in the evening at the University of the Arts and in other institutions to somehow understand this new subjectivity, this different kind of subjectivity. It's extremely difficult to understand it, for me at least, because it has completely different cultural and techno-cultural basis than I was experiencing, and I should not make the mistake to project my own needs onto these entities which we call individuals. But definitely when I'm discussing their relation to very basic concepts like friendship, for example, I'm somehow a few alarm bells are ringing in my head, and I think I have to respond on that in some way. I'm trying, if Francesco, you give me a little bit more time now, to very quickly go through this minimal manifesto for Milano 2010, and then for the rest of the day I can also shut my face, and then you will have a lot of more time. First, arts and theories that possesses an affinity to advanced thinking and advanced technologies demand a maximum of movability. We discussed that at the breakfast table a little bit. Movability, perhaps a better term than mobility. I'm not sure about that. It's a difficult language question. This movability is not the same as the mobility that is demanded of us today. And proclaimed as an inherent necessity of the so-called global planet.